But I've spoken with some people here here in Nevada who are concerned because this is the final year of Senator Harry Reid's final term, and losing the Senate Democratic leader. A lot of folks are worried Nevada will lose a lot of clout. What do you think? Should you be elected to Congress, you and other members of the Nevada delegation can do to try to keep us relevant, to make sure, as another pundit likes to say, hashtag we matter.
We matter. You know what? I agree. I mean, Senator Reid has been such a champion to the needs of Nevada and to making sure that we are heard in Congress. And I think without his leadership, it's going to be most important that we get Catherine Cortez Masto elected as our next senator. But I also think it's important that we work together as a delegation. And, we will have to work across the aisle and be a group. And so I think that's important. And, I know that I've been able to get results on the ground and bring people together. And I think that's just something that we're going to have to do.
Now, what would you consider an attainable goal? Trying to get, say, a Senator Cortez Masto, Senator Heller, and Congressman Amodei to all agree on a piece of legislation that could potentially help some Nevadans?
I've said before, I think that we have a lot of opportunity when it comes to renewable energy and just designing incentives for companies to come here and continuing on the work that Senator Reid has done on that. And so I think that that's something that all of us would agree to work together on. And I also think we have a lot of opportunity with technology and bringing technology jobs here. But most importantly, investing in the education we need, whether it's workforce development dollars. And so I think those are all, when we focus on economic development and focus on what we need to bring good paying jobs here, I think we can all agree on how to work together on that.
Well, on economic development, we've been hearing this for years, particularly here in Southern Nevada, about the need to diversify our economy. What concrete steps do you think you can take in Congress to aid in that effort?
Again, I think that being a rep, first of all, I think in order to diversify our economy, we need to educate our workforce. And so really focusing on college affordability and focusing on accessing federal programs that will help us train our workforce. And so I think those are attainable goals and things that I can work for in Washington. And then again, I think we need to work on incentives to bring green energy jobs here, to bring technology infrastructure companies here. And I've said before, especially with Creech and CD4, and we are at the forefront of drone technology development. We're one of 6 states that the FAA has given permission to do non-military development. So really focusing on how we take that position and work to create an environment that companies want to come here.
Getting back to renewable energy, we've been hearing a lot about lately. In particular, been hearing a lot about rooftop solar, thanks to legislation passed during the last session of the Nevada legislature that then led the Public Utilities Commission in the direction of doing away with our previous policy on net metering. Do you think the PUC went too far? And if so, what can we do to get rooftop solar going again?
I think there were 2 things that are the problem with this issue. First of all, that the legislature punted their responsibility to the PUC. And, that's why I got into this race, because I'm frustrated when people run for office and then once they're in the office, they don't actually do the job they were elected to do. They pass it off to someone else. And so to me, that was a case of the legislature not willing to make the tough decisions and show leadership in that issue. That being said, I do think the PUC went too far by rolling back and not grandfathering in existing or customers. Also, I do think that we all, as a federally, we need to look at consumer protections and what's put in place so that people who went out and purchased the solar panels, etc., are protected in their investment.